G'day colleagues in the School of Psychology. Just a short video to point out a few things to think about when you're going to do your subject outline for 2017-30. Just pointing out the Learning and Teaching Wiki, bjbs-share.csu.edu.au. It's a great source of resources for doing all sorts of things, including subject outlines. Just type that into the search bar and you've got a home page with links to lots of other resources. There is an overview of the template. If you click there, you'll be taken to a resource. It's a 2-page Word document you can print out, which runs through every part of the new template, lets you know whether it's editable or not editable, whether it's auto text, or whether you've got opportunities to write information. There's an Interact 2 organisation site which gives you some guidelines on the sorts of things that you might want to write in various parts of the template. So that's that there. And the other thing to point out, and so you can go through those things yourself, but there's 3 things I looked at when I compared a subject outline template from the 2016-60 session and the 2017-30 session for a school psychology subject outline template. And Rachel Fox has kindly let me have a look at an early version of her Session 1 2017 subject outline for Psychology 101. There's 3 things that I noticed aside from the reordering. Now, most stuff will clone over, that's important, but one is a number of subjects in psychology seem to have a large number of recommended texts and recommended reading resources. Now, the new template will only allow you to put in a prescribed text. So it's important that if you want to put other references to recommended texts and other resources, that will need to go in the Interact site for the subject. You can't put it in the new template. So that's one thing to bear in mind. The second thing to bear in mind, this would be a new thing for those of you in the School of Psychology. In the subject delivery section, you can have a look at some of the subheadings here, and there's one now called Recommended Student Time Commitment. Now, this here is auto text, but it ends abruptly, and while it's editable, you do need to write something in here. And what the recommendation is you need to write something in here that tells a student roughly how many hours per week they should spend on various tasks. Now, I'll just go back to the Interact site with the guidelines in it and go to exactly that section, and you can see here it gives you some guidance on the sorts of things that you might want to consider writing in there. So how long should they be spending roughly on online tutorial and supporting readings, etc., how much time on doing quizzes online, etc., etc. So it's up to you what you write in there, but you do need to write something so that the sentence here makes sense. And in fact, if you just left that sentence as is, it wouldn't make sense. So you'd probably insert something in here after hours allocated, put in the word weekly. Tends to make sense if you break it down week by week for a student. So that's the second thing to think about doing. And the last thing to think about doing is right towards the end. There's a section just after all the assessment tasks, and remember the whole point of the new template is to move most of the assessment items up towards the front and get rid of a lot of the guff. But towards the back, we've got a section called Student Feedback and Learning Analytics. And there's a section here called Learning Analytics in this subject. Now, this sort of text has been here before, but this sentence here, based on past analytics, changes made to subject included A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. Now, obviously, that doesn't make sense. And the good news here is this is editable. And really, unless you've got some solid evidence for what you've done based on past analytics, I recommend that you delete this sentence. And the good news is you can do that. This is editable field. It's auto text, but it's editable. So there are 3 things to look out for. If there's any other questions, please let me know or ask Rachel. But don't forget this subject outline template homepage on the wiki. Once again, you go to the main page, start here, type in subject outlines, right, and it'll take you to this template, and hopefully that'll be helpful. Thanks very much.